Welcome to the debate.
Today, we're taking a closer look at something pretty fundamental in Bugs Plus, how you actually refund your trading cards.
Right, specifically, we're looking at the old way versus the new way. The central question is, well, was the older, super fast instant refund method better because it was just so direct? Or does the newer, more involved process actually give users more control and maybe more value in the long run?
And as always, we're basing this discussion directly on the Bugs Plus documentation, specifically the section covering the Collections tab.
Okay, so I'll be arguing for the, let's call it, elegant efficiency of the older system. The speed, the simplicity, it had undeniable benefits.
And I'll be making the case for the newer system, arguing that its extra steps and features actually add up to a more strategic and ultimately more powerful tool for players managing their collections.
All right, let's start with the old way. You really have to appreciate how simple it was. I mean, it was almost frictionless. You've got a card, you don't want it, you want your bug points back, like now. The process was dead simple. Go to your collection, pick the card, hit refund, hit OK. Boom, done. And the documentation is explicit. The cards will be refunded instantly. No waiting, no timers, no extra menus. It was just immediate.
Okay.
Plus, you could see exactly what you were getting back. It said you could preview how much bug points you will get. So, total clarity, right? Right there. For anyone who just wanted a clean, fast transaction, it was perfect. No fuss, no second guessing. It just worked.
Yeah, I get that. That instant feedback, that simplicity, it definitely has an appeal. Especially if you're absolutely sure, right?
Exactly.
But, well, I think that speed comes at a cost. The newer system, while yes, it has more steps, it introduces layers that I think are crucial. You still start the same way: collection, select card, press refund. But then you see a rewards list and you choose add to refund list.
Right. And that's where the timer comes in.
Yes, the 3-minute timer will start to count down. And I know, initially that sounds like a delay, maybe even an annoyance, but it's designed that way for a reason. The docs say it will merge together with other pending refund list cards if there is any, so it enables batching, handling multiple refunds together efficiently. But more importantly, it gives you an out. You can at any time during that countdown go to cards to be refunded and just cancel. Cancel the timer and keep your trading cards. That's huge. That's control the old system just didn't offer. And there's even that final 8-second siren countdown pop-up, like a last chance saloon to cancel or confirm. And make sure you really mean it.
Okay, I see the point about control and the safety net. It's definitely a change. But doesn't that immediate refund of the old system offer its own kind of control? The control of just getting it done? For someone who knows they want that card gone, isn't the 3-minute wait, even if it merges, just unnecessary friction? Especially if you're only refunding one card.
Just one card, yeah, maybe it feels a bit like overkill initially.
It just seems counterintuitive. You want it gone fast, but now there's a built-in pause. That instantaneousness was, I think, a really clear benefit for straightforward decisions. Adding the add to refund list step and the timer, it feels like adding complexity for a batching feature that maybe isn't needed for every single refund. Speed just got sacrificed.
Well, I'd argue that speed was sacrificed for safety and strategy. Think about the downside of that old instant system. The docs say you can't get refunded trading cards back, period. What if you misclicked? Or what if the game's meta shifts overnight and that card suddenly becomes, really valuable?
Yeah, okay. That's a fair point. No take-backsies.
Exactly. The new 3-minute timer isn't just a delay, it's a deliberate pause for thought. And the batching isn't trivial. If you are managing several cards, the fact that the timer will merge is incredibly efficient. You don't get penalized with multiple 3-minute waits. It consolidates everything. So it encourages a more considered approach, which I think prevents those oops moments and actually serves the player better in the long term. It moves refunding from a potentially impulsive click to a more managed process.
I understand the rationale for preventing mistakes, but let's talk about the user experience. The old way was decisive. You click, it happens, clean. The new way, to cancel, you have to navigate somewhere else. Cards to be refunded. That's another step, another screen. It feels a bit clunky, doesn't it?
A bit more navigation, perhaps.
While the safety net is there, it adds steps and potential confusion. The beauty of the old system was its absolute simplicity. Even with the finality, you knew exactly what hitting OK meant. This new way, with timers and cancellation menus, adds a cognitive load. Is the trade-off worth it for everyone?
I think it absolutely is, especially when you consider the full flexibility. That cancel the timer and keep your trading cards feature is fundamental. It's a true undo. But the system also addresses your point about speed, which is really clever. There's the inner rush option.
Ah, yes, the pay-to-go-faster option.
Well, sort of. You can pay 45 bug points per trading card to make the countdown go to the last 7 seconds. So if you really need that near instantaneousness, you can get it. But here's the kicker, and this is crucial. If you do that and decide to cancel, your bug points will come back.
Oh, okay. So you get the points back if you cancel, even after paying.
Exactly. You get the speed if you want it, but you still retain the safety net and you aren't penalized financially for changing your mind even after accelerating. It's not just speed, it's like flexible speed with insurance. It offers both efficiency and reversibility. It's a much more sophisticated approach that caters to different needs, needing it fast, needing time to think, needing to cancel. The old system was just one speed, one outcome. Instant and final.
Okay, the return of bug points on the inner rush cancellation is, admittedly, quite smart. It mitigates the cost aspect, but it still introduces a cost for speed that was free before, and it's still not truly instant, just faster. And this brings me back to the rewards. With the old system, it was crystal clear. Preview how much bug points you will get. Direct, simple, transparent. You knew the deal.
Simple, yes, but also limited?
Limited perhaps, but unambiguous. That clarity aligned perfectly with the simple process. You knew exactly what your return was, no complications.
But is simple always better when it comes to value? The rewards for refunding on newer versions are just vastly more comprehensive. It's not just bug points anymore. The documentation says you can get part of, the all of, or more than the bug points you paid or would have paid if it was not a reward. So the potential bug point return itself is more dynamic.
Okay, more dynamic possibly, more points sometimes.
But that's just the start. You can also get some stars for rarer or lots of trading cards. Stars, which, as you know, are a much more valuable currency, tied to rarer stuff. That's a whole new dimension of reward the old system never touched.
Right. Stars are definitely a different league.
And then there are refund credits. If there's leftover value that doesn't neatly convert into points or stars, you get these credits, which can be used to get rewards later with exchange refund credits. So nothing is wasted. It becomes future potential. Compare that whole package, variable bug points, potential stars, future use credits, to the old system's single fixed bug point amount. The new system just offers so much more potential value and considers the rarity and volume in a way the old one never did. It's a strategic resource exchange now, not just a simple refund.
I have to concede the range of rewards in the new system is significantly broader, and the inclusion of stars and refund credits adds considerable depth. But for some players, that original simplicity might still be preferable. The older version's appeal was that raw directness, that instant gratification. For a quick, no-fuss exchange, getting your bug points immediately without navigating timers or reward options, that straightforwardness has its own value. Some might still lean towards that for simple cleanup tasks.
And I'd still argue that while the new system asks for a bit more engagement, it delivers a far more robust, flexible, and ultimately rewarding experience. The batching, the crucial ability to cancel, the clever inner rush option with the points return, and especially that multi-layered reward system, it all adds up to giving the user much more control, more safety, and significantly more strategic value from their refunds. It feels like a system that's really matured alongside the complexity of the game itself.
It really is fascinating how one function can highlight such different design philosophies, isn't it? Speed versus safety, simplicity versus flexibility.
Absolutely, and I think we've shown there are strong arguments for both, depending on what a user prioritizes. Whether it's that clean, immediate action of the past, or the more layered, strategic, and potentially richer rewards of the present system. It really depends on your play style and what you value most.
Indeed. And there's definitely more nuance in the documentation for listeners who want to dig even deeper into how these systems function. It really comes down to personal preference and how you manage your collection.